Drew Brown out there taking first team reps. What can you say about his possible availability this week?
Well, we're going to continue to do things the way we have. We're going to continue to evaluate. It's fantastic to see Drew out there. And I thought he looked good. And we'll continue to evaluate as we go forward.
What would that mean to get QB1 back if he is good to go against Edmonton?
Well, it would be great. He's QB1 for a reason, right? I think you saw it versus Saskatchewan. Drew's a A-level quarterback in this league, and you want to see him playing. And I think we'd all be excited to see him play. End of the day, though, we prepare and we work hard and do what we do to make sure that we're ready no matter who's playing quarterback.
How did you turn out injury-wise? It feels like maybe for the first time in a while it's getting more back than you're losing, but no Braylon Addison out there today.
Yeah, Braylon was the one key one that in the game that we lost. At the end of the day, though, I can't say enough about him. To tough it out with the type of shoulder injury he had and to continue to play tells you how much the team means to him, and we all know how much he means to the team. So it's tough one that he won't be up this week, but excited to see Dre Miller. Dre's come in and played exceptionally well in the past, and that's exactly what we expect going forward. Other than that, positive. Fry practicing, Bennett Williams practicing. So those are some real key positives.
And on the O-line, Darte Lee released today. It was Parker Moore who was taking first team reps there, but also notice that Peter Godber and Zach Pelios were out in pads. So what can you tell us just about the dynamic of everything O-line?
Yeah, so those guys are making strides obviously as they will move forward. It's great to see Peter and Zach out there. Eric's out there moving and progressing like we want. So it's exciting. It's exciting for them as well. Peter came in on our day offs, and he was really just bubbling to get back out there. Even though he's limited in what he's doing, he knows he's making progress. There's still time that he's got to get the pin out of his finger and things like that, but he's able to get in, work with his guys, which is fantastic. And Parker came in and did a really good job, really impressed us last week. And it's obviously a process for him as we keep working, and so we'll continue to work with those guys and move forward in that direction.
There's no chance you're going to get anybody back on the O-line this week, or still a ways away yet?
Yeah, still a ways away yet.
Okay. In terms of Addison, is it a potential longer-term injury?
No. I guess it depends on what you consider longer term, right? We're looking at it as a 2 to 4 week thing, maybe possibly. Does everything. Braylon's always surprises me, with his resilience. So we'll see exactly what it is, but we want to make sure he's 100% when he does come back.
There's some positive stuff, to take from that game in terms of, except for the 3 plays or whatever there was at the turnover, key plays in the game.
Yeah.
You're right there.
Well, I don't know, say right there quite yet, Don, but there's definitely some positives. I think Dusty, when he had time, he did some good things. I think the line and the backs and the receivers played a physical game. I got to credit those receivers. They've really embraced it. Their time, you could have a group that would be upset. Maybe they're not seeing the ball as much, but they know they can help the team in other ways, and they've really embraced it. They help each other. They block each other. They block for the backs, and they've done a great job. And it's just a credit to a testament to the men that they are. Defensively, I thought they played a solid game. We gave up a score on a missed field goal. We gave up a score on a fumble recovery. Really, other than the 3 explosives, I thought they did a really good job, and you could see that unit coming together. They run to the ball exceptionally well. You can see it often gang tackling, and I thought they were physical out there. And so we've got some good things happening. What we have to do is be consistent and have it happening every single play, and that's what we're working towards.
How come you couldn't run the ball a little bit more in that game? Was it dictated by the score? After the running game you had the week before.
Well, everything.
That was dictated.
different teams present different challenges and different things we're trying to attack different ways. I think Tommy did a good job when we got, I thought Brett Adebaboye did a good job when he had the ball in his hand, and so did Will. I thought they ran effectively when we did run it.
I just wanted to maybe give me an idea of the mood in the room after, like, this record, not the start that you guys want, but what are the spirits like with the...
Obviously no one's happy with the results that we've put forth so far. But I think everyone's still hungry. Everyone still has that drive and that motivation to keep going, to not let our teammates down, and to put something together that we're proud of. There's been glimpses and certain plays that we can build on and we are proud of, but as a whole, I don't think we put together an entire game that we can really put our stamp on. This is Redblacks football. It's something we're proud of. So I think we're still in the search of finding that unit to come together and execute that as a team.
Have you seen a lot of good things from the defense after maybe the first two games wasn't what you guys would have expected from yourselves, but the last two games, limiting the points and the performance in general?
Yeah, I think I think in the defensive room, the standard is set pretty high. So I think for us to be wholeheartedly happy with the performances that we put forward, I don't think that's really in our vocabulary right now. I think just to speak off what I just said, our best football is still to be played, and I don't think any of us will really be satisfied until that time is come.
When you look at Edmonton and the start they have, you're facing them this week. It's obviously a big game, but is it are they as potentially as dangerous because they haven't yet won a game as well? Or how do you just view them as a?
One thing about this league, man, any given day, any team can win. Mm-hmm. So you never want to count any team out. I think you're a fool if you do. So I think approaching this week just like you would approach any week, just like you would approach a prior Grey Cup champion team. Every win is important. Every opportunity that we have to go out there and earn a W is important. So I think that's just our focus. It doesn't really matter who, it doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter when. We just got to put our best game together.
I guess that's what you like about the East Division standings as well, right? With Montreal losing, everybody's still there. It's still up for grabs.
Yeah. It's still a scrap, so we got to keep scrapping.
Yeah. Awesome, man.
Wicked.
Appreciate your time.